guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with a brand new video, and today's video is very exciting because I'm doing a reading challenge. And a little spoiler, I feel like I accomplished this reading challenge. So this reading challenge is reading books only by native authors, and only the books I have so far, but there's so many other books out there that I wish I had or I have on my radar, and I'm hoping to get them pretty soon. Hopefully, because I just finished a book and I cannot wait for the second one. I mean, it's already out, but I just need to purchase the book, and I'm hoping to get it soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and give it a big old thumbs up. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys at the end. See you. Hey guys, so it's later on the night. Ignore like the little extra greasiness or glossiness under my eyes. I have an eye mask on. So I have finished There by Tommy Orange. Oh, Tommy Orange. And this book is really good. I see the hype. I see why everyone said we should read. I mean, in general, we should probably read it. This book honestly kind of made me have a tearjerker towards the end and throughout some chapters. This book follows 12 people, and they're all going to this big Oakland powwow. And kind of the main guy in this book, he is following what his uncle did. Is kind of interviewing people and asking them what does it mean to be Indian? What does it feel like to live on or off the reservation, or just that question. It's common for most natives that what's like to be Indian or what's like to be native because of our history. And this book kind of basically talks about that. If like I said, it follows 12 people, but these 12 people have all different stories. One person talks about Alcatraz and like what they experienced over there and whatnot. And then knowing that, it talks about substance abuse and alcoholism, yeah. But it talks about that, and it talks about abusement from your partners to your family and the struggles of the family, and just want to fit in, like either with the native, the ones who could dance and or who are really cultured in with that, and also like the not so good crowd. You just want to fit in because you don't know what you are. Like you constantly asking, "What am I?" And that's like that. I don't know how, but this book just makes me wanna. I don't know, but it's just a really good book. Yeah, but the bark. This book is a 5 out of 5 stars. I really do recommend reading this book. So on to the next book, shall we read? This chapter, it got me. Okay guys, so we're at the end of the video and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry that it was very chaotic. Like, I filmed this throughout the weeks and so I kind of forget I was recording. And so I was just reading along and bawling my eyes out for a certain part of the books. And I'm like, I should have recorded this, but I got some time. Like, you guys don't need to see me ugly cry. But I mean, last book you probably did. So, so these are actually the books that I have read or are on my little like TBR for this challenge. So let's just get into it, shall we? So the first book is Lay There by Tommy Orange. This is the first book I read in the challenge. And I think I did talk about this book once I finished it. So I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm going to just talk a little basics of this. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. Really amazing book. I really liked it. But this book follows a lot of struggles of, Native communities and just Native in general. How, like, we don't know as natives of how to be Native, if that makes sense. So that's the basic question he asks these other people who are going to this Oakland powwow and something happened and yeah. I hope I explained it right. I don't know. But I do recommend this book. It's really good. So the next book we're going to talk about is Tim Tingle, How I Became a Ghost. And oh my gosh, this book had me so emotional everywhere. You're going to hear this a lot. It also made me cry. The last book made me cry. So we followed a young boy who started as a living boy and we're now following him through the Trail of Tears until his death. And only that, a lot of like interesting things happen where the stories we met of like the random people to the random other boy we see are introduced. They're all somehow connected, but like they're connected in a way where they became like a new family, if that makes sense. And I don't know, like it's hard to explain this book without like um giving too much away. But this book is YA. It is rated for like younger generation, younger adults. But I still really like this book. I give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. It kept me hooked. I'm sorry, y'all. It's late. It kept me hooked, and yeah, I really do like this book. The next book, and y'all just saw I have finished this book. It is The Merrill Thieves by Sherry Demeline. I hope I'm saying the author's name right. This book was so good. Like, oh my gosh, like I could not put it down. Like I kept thinking about it when I wasn't reading. I just wanted to keep reading it, and like there's times I was busy, so I couldn't read it, but I was listening to the audiobook. But I wanted to focus on the audiobook and just enter in the world of this book. Like, I cannot explain how amazing this book was. This book is so good. But this book follows Frenchie and his family or his other natives he met throughout trying to get away from these recruiters, aka hunters, because they're hunting them. The reason why they're hunting them because they live in a dystopian world, and this world was destroyed by global warming, and everyone's trying to like heal back into this world that they're trying to make better. But not only that, all of a sudden people stop dreaming, and so they're trying to figure out serums, they're trying to figure out treatments for people who have stopped dreaming. But the thing is, the reason why they're hunting them, they're the only ones who dream. And now in their twisted little minds, they're like, we're gonna get them and recruit them into these schools, into these hospitals, into these things. And just say they're helping us, they're helping the world. But that's not the case. That is not the case because these people who went into these schools or who went into these things, either they're willingly or forced to go, you never see them again. And so now you have Frenchie and his group who are trying to go up north and get away from them, but they're meeting other people on the way where they either help them or hurt them. I'm gonna stop there because I feel like I might say something that might spoil everything in here. But this book was so good. I love it. I want to read the second one. This is the main book I was saying I want to try to get the second part of this book. But yeah, but if you're like an Audible person, I would definitely recommend the Audible on here because it's so good. It made like certain parts it had singing and it just made me cry even more. And but yeah, definitely recommend this book. It is a 5 out of 5 star, a 6 out of 5. Girl, my favorite book of the year. Like, come on. The next books I actually want to talk about are the honorable mentions, the ones that I didn't have time to read, and so I just want you guys to know who they are, maybe they're up your radar, and you can see who they are and if you like them, I don't know. And yeah, so the first book is The Truth According to Ember. And when I was so excited about this book because it's a rom-com book about Indigenous. Like, girl, like I feel like I don't know. Not only that, like the dedication for every Indigenous woman who has ever felt invisible. I see you. I am you. Sold. Already sold. Okay, I'm not a romance girly. I don't feel like I'm in that or whatever. I don't know. But like I was very excited and it's the perfect time because I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone and my book genres. But anyway, let me tell you about this book. So this book follows Ember and she is on a job search. So every time she puts in her resume, it gets rejected. And so she finally takes it in her own hand and be a little creative and put a little white lie. Which is not, you know, it's half true because homegirl is half native and half white. So with that, she actually landed her dream job and it's in Oklahoma. And when she started her dream job, she was happy. She seems like her corporate life is, finally going up. But knowing that, there's a really cute IT guard working at the same job, and her love life might be going up too. But when things seem to be getting, steamy because, the whole office romance thing, they can't date, they're in the same job, blah, blah, blah. But a scheming colleague actually blackmails Ember and threatens to expose the little relationship what's going on. Like, girl, okay, sold. So this is the book. I hope I explained it right. I hope I'm doing it justice. I feel like I'm horrible at explaining books, but yeah. So I'm very excited to read this. I don't know when to read it, but the next book is I actually got this recently. It is Where They Last Saw Her, and just like within the cover to the first little sentence right here, it goes, all they heard was her scream. So throw in the cart. Let's go. So this book, but I feel like I'm gonna say the main act or not. I feel like I'm gonna say the main character's name wrong, so I'm gonna just put it in the screen right here. Um, hopefully when I read this book and I give you an update on this book, I will know how to say her name right. Okay. But the main character has lived on the pine. The main character has lived on the Red Pine Reservation in Minnesota her whole life. She knows what happens to women who looks like her. Just a girl when Jimmy Sky jumped off the railing bridge and ran for help. She realizes now that she's never stopped running. As she trains for the Boston Marathon early one morning in the woods, she hears a scream. And when she returns to search the area, all she finds are tire tracks and a single beaded earring. And so within that, she actually she tries to give awareness about missing women who look like her as a Native woman. And then it goes right here. As she closes on the truth about the missing woman, someone else disappears. In her quest to find justice for all the women of the reservation, she is confronted with the hard truths of her home and the people who purport to serve them. When will she stop losing neighbors, friends, family? As Quill puts everything on the line to make a difference, the novel asks staring questions about bystander culture and the reservations of even one act of a crime, the long lasting trauma of being considered invisible. So, this book is going to be tugging on a lot of strings. I'm very curious of how this book is. Of course, it's going to be about MMIW, MMIP. Um, so I'm very excited to get into this book, and yeah, I know I might cry. I feel like I'm gonna cry in this book, but yeah. So that is the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I explained all the books the best I can. I probably rambled too much about certain books, and yeah. But I had a really fun time with this challenge, and I hope you guys check half of these authors out. I will probably put a little bit more on screen of other authors that I really want to read, but I just haven't had time to buy the book. So, yeah. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. So until next time, I'll see you guys again. See you!